long time I've wanted to come back to Saskatoon. My childhood here was something I really hold really dear to me, and it was just a comfortable place. So anytime I come back to Saskatchewan, I just feel really calm and really at ease. And you know, we've got a great team. So you know, when they said that they'd come on board and move to Saskatchewan with me, we started looking at places. So when we walked into the space, this is exactly what we wanted. We've got beautiful 18-foot ceilings. It's a heritage building. It's about 110 years old. We reclaimed as much as we possibly could from the original stuff. You know, the original oak windows we repurposed and kind of put in place. We redid the floors, which needed a lot of attention. They're still a little bit rough, but that's kind of how we like it. The name Ayden comes from my son Ayden, my 11-year-old son, who lives here in Saskatoon with us, and you know, he's my inspiration and my focal point on everything I do. And so I think, you know, a name should have a meaning, not just sound cool to people or be catchy. So Ayden means a lot to me, and I think it means a lot to Nathan and everyone else, because Ayden's been a big part of their life as well. So being in Saskatchewan, obviously, it's a lot more of a meat and potatoes kind of province than, say, BC, from where we were working before. We had the last summer to kind of visit a lot of farms, kind of make as many contacts as possible. There's a lot of pride in Saskatchewan in all businesses, but especially farming, especially producing. Multiple farmers, you know, talk to us about growing something specific that we would like to use, and for us, it's just a matter of figuring out what we need and when we need it, and then start working even closer with the purveyors. And I think over the next kind of 5 to 10 years, we're going to have some strong relationships.
We get all our meat in fresh. Even our chicken wings we're getting from Pineview Farms, which a lot of the times come in fresh as well. The butchery program here is quite large, actually. We've got a whole other charcuterie room, where we dry all our sausages and saucisson secs, pepperonis and things like that. So charcuterie is, well, the French word pretty much for salamis and pâtés and sausages and things like that. You know, it's a word that we don't have in the English language, but so we use it, charcuterie.
So at the moment, you're currently standing in the proteins room, which is where we do all our meat, fish, chicken, game. Anything to do with proteins lives in this room. Right here we have our dry aged ribeye. It's a bottom to top shelf process, so everything that's on the bottom is new, and then as it slowly comes up, it becomes more and more aged. These numbers here are the dates, so we've had stuff dry aging from the 7th right up to the 15th at the moment, and then we constantly go through a cycle. It's a 10-ounce steak on the menu, so we cut portions to 10 ounces, and then all the trim gets put away, and we use that for our dry-aged butcher's burger, which is extremely tasty. That gets put on with bone marrow and arugula on our in-house made buns.
Hey guys, let's go 4 minutes now. 8 chicken sandwiches and then 2 pulled pork. No coleslaw on one of them. So 10 fries down, please.
We have things like chicken wings on the menu. You know, it's not maybe something you would associate me from Top Chef or from wherever, but we don't just make a chicken wing, we make the best chicken wings, you know. We test them a lot, we make sure that there's, you know, peaks and valleys. It's not just chicken wings with some bought store dip, right? They're special, so. You know, we have lots of, I don't know if we call them signature dishes, but staples on the menu that will never really change, and they'll always kind of be there, but just, you know, keep them rotating. Like our sausage platter will always be on the menu, but we change the sausages out all the time. Pretty much all the time you come here, you're gonna get different sausages, so it's always gonna change. Our burger is a staple that will probably never change either. It's all fresh meat, just like as if you're gonna go buy a steak. We grind it up, we cook it off, and it's absolutely delicious. We cook it to kind of however the guest wants it. If they want to eat it something more like medium, then we'll cook it more medium. If they want it well done, they're still going to get a really nice juicy burger. As you can see over here, we've got our fries coming out, nice and crispy and golden. It seems like a small thing, but it's something we take a lot of passion in. It's all the small things that we take, you know, very seriously. So we get in these beautiful Cannabex potatoes, which are grown in Saskatchewan. Then we punch them ourselves. We blanch them at a lower temperature, and then we finish them at a higher temperature. So you're going to get a nice crispy outside, and then almost like a mashed potato inside. It seems like a small thing, but when you're sitting down having that burger and you're dipping those fries in ketchup, it really makes a big difference.
What are the wings doing?
All the tables here are reclaimed wood from Yorkton, so that you know, everything we in the restaurant we tried to make Saskatchewan and try to make as natural and unfussy is basically the kind of the feeling. Even, you know, the little bits and pieces that we put our fries in, you know, these are camping dishes that I used to remember from childhood when we used to go camping in Saskatchewan. You know, we try to use as many different things as possible for plating, you know, whether it be cast iron or little cups like this. It's something that we like to go out and try to find unique ways of plating stuff. So again, this is lunchtime. You know, dinner time's a little bit more formal, and you'll have some a little bit more kind of creative dishes, more fish and different things on the menu. But lunchtime, a lot of people come here and they just want to have a great burger, and they want to have a real kind of either quick lunch or a casual lunch, enjoying anything from a burger to, you know, a souffle on the menu, or just sit back and have a really nice soup. Cocktails are a huge part of our thing, and so not everybody's had an old-fashioned or has had, you know, a whiskey sour. They've heard about it on TV or seen it on TV shows or whatever, but when you have one really properly made for you, it makes you feel special.
So I'm gonna make one of my favorite bourbon classics. It's called a Bourbon Sour. So you grab your Boston glass shaker and you crack an egg. So basically you just wanna get the egg whites in there. It actually just alters the texture of the drink and it gives it a bit more body. So when you dry shake it and you shake it with ice, it adds just texture to it, and it's actually quite delicious. I like to use Bullet Bourbon. It has a bit more sweeter and spicy taste to it. So we'll use 1.5 ounces of bourbon, 3/4 lemon juice, 3/4 simple syrup, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. So with an egg white drink, you always want to dry shake it. It helps emulsify. It kind of works like a meringue. So we'll just shake that up a bit. And for the second shake, we'll add ice. You know, we focus a lot on classic cocktails. You know, I think over the years, classic cocktails have been tampered with a bit too much. I like to keep it nice, clean, and simple. The way I see it, it caters well to Dale's food as well. So, and that's just my philosophy on the drinks. Keep it simple, keep it clean, and yeah, make it tasty. So, to finish it off, I'll add a couple dots of Angostura bitters. You know, I think that's the best way about it, is educating everyone in terms of, hey, let's try this today. And you never know, you might like it or you might hate it, right? But in the end of the day, I'm sure you'll like it. And there you go. Classic Bourbon Sour.
We're not trying to focus on the elites crowd that feel that they need to be fancy or anything. We want people to come in here and want to have a burger in shorts, or come in and sit on the big velvet blue banquettes, you know, in a nice dress and have a nice cocktail. So when someone walks in, they need to feel what their food is going to be like. They need to feel what the service is going to be like, and I think we've started to obtain that. So we just want to essentially just get it all kind of mixed in without busting up all those air pockets. So part of the reason why soufflés are so delicious is because they're light and airy. You know, we want to be unique in everything that we do. It doesn't mean you have to be weird or different. And so we just want to keep things moving and keep it fresh. And it really is about hospitality and friendliness and making sure everybody feels comfortable. That's our soufflé.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com. Max Local programming is now available online at maxonline.sasktel.com.